Alright then, welcome to the WrestleFriends Podcast with me, Dave. I'm here with Mark.
Hi guys.
And I'm here with Jake.
Sup.
And I'm here, what?
Sup.
Sup.
I think it's like, what's up?
Yeah, okay. And we're here with, once again, the superb Tom.
Reed.
And we're gonna do something a little bit different now. We haven't done one of these yet, so the plan is to get lots of WrestleFriends. So that was the whole idea of doing the podcast. But we want to do a sort of interview with each guest that comes on. So it's sort of it's an interview episode. Yes.
Interviewing the WrestleFriends.
Would you like to add anything else to that?
No, it's just part of like what we're trying to do. Yeah, like the community aspect of wrestling. We want WrestleFriends. Tom was a prospective WrestleFriend from the start. Found out he liked wrestling when he started working with me and Dave. So we want to like climb into his mind.
I'm surprised how many friends you have.
I don't have many.
I don't have any. That's why we'll have to do a podcast to make friends.
and it's not a given. We're probably still going to
That's
reject
just
it.
sad.
But yeah, so
if
we want to
you
climb up in his mind and find out about his wrestling.
Ooh, and have mind babies.
Wrestling mind babies.
This has gone weird already.
I'd just like to say before we go any further, if you do want to be a WrestleFriend, or if you're a wrestler that wants to be a WrestleFriend, or if you're a weirdo that wants to be a WrestleFriend,
or anything,
you can be a dog if you want. Jake's good at talking to them.
Yeah.
You can email us at the WrestleFriends Podcast at yahoo.com. You'll find us on Facebook, on Twitter it's at friends_wrestle. We're also on Instagram. Do you want to crack on then?
Yeah. So, first question is number. Right. So, can you just
First question is
Can I just explain Mark's app? Because it's fantastic.
I want 100 questions. I want a lot more. So if anyone's got any questions that they would ask a wrestling fan, feel free to drop us a line. But yeah, I've got 89 questions. So
that's not even the best bit. He's got this app on his phone which is shuffling numbers up.
The shuffles 189 and shuffles them up. Standard fare.
So if you're listening and you're waiting for Mark to find the question, it's because
it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one to start.
And 56.
So this is question number 56. Obviously, as we add questions, the question numbers are going to change. But currently, this is question 56. What is the best version of The Undertaker?
Ooh, I like this one.
Interesting.
This was my question, wasn't it?
It was.
That's a good question leading on from your other podcast with my poetry, writing a poem about The Undertaker.
It's a good poem.
Linking in.
That's what we do. That's because we're so professional.
Links.
Yeah.
Links.
Now is that my personal favourite version or
Yes.
Could be anything.
anything?
If it's not your personal version,
Don't think too much about it.
I enjoyed the badass.
Yes.
American badass. I liked him. I thought it was alright. I don't think it was an Undertaker. Yeah, but I don't think it was an Undertaker character.
Yeah.
He was just sort of some badass guy.
Do you think they should have changed his name altogether for that gimmick?
For that gimmick, I don't think the Undertaker name fit the bill. He should have just be called Mark. I quite like the
Marky Mark Bike Guy.
like when I tell you what it was. I can't remember what year it was. It was Randy Orton. I think had just won somewhere, and previously I think he put Undertaker into a casket and set the casket on fire, and then he was out for a while. And then he came back and he was celebrating in the ring with Randy Orton, and then all of a sudden he heard Undertaker's music, and he comes out with his posse, his hooded men, who set up a casket. It gets struck by lightning, and then all of a sudden he just marches out, and he's the whole in his wrestling attire, and he just eliminated everyone from the ring. You know, I think that's the Undertaker as I see him. I wasn't overly keen on the early Undertaker with the whole purple eyes and the gloves and whatever, but the Undertaker for me is...
That was your standard, that was your comic book Undertaker,
yeah.
That one.
So I think for me it was, you know, the long black hair when he came out in his long black leather trench coat and his...
So kind of like the latest version?
Yeah, sort of like the latest version, but going back to say about 05.
So when he ruled SmackDown version.
The latest version is cool because it's like little bits from the other characters. Like you've got the MMA gloves on and that, so like you don't wear MMA gloves if you're like an angel or a demon. Yeah. So it's like it's like the amalgamation of all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like what they've done. I think the American Badass thing, if anything, it's sort of given them a bit more room to do more normal people things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
talk. Having a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, because dead people don't eat sandwiches. They're just like dead. You know what I mean?
But even as the American Badass, though, he was still sort of looked up to as the ultimate guy, wasn't he? Like when John Cena broke in, Undertaker went up to him after his first match with Angle and was like, and John Cena was like, oh crap, and they're like, you did good, and you know, to get an accolade from him, I suppose, is still worth a lot, even though he was the badass.
If you ride a bike to the ring, surely that's cool. Unless you're like DOA or something like that.
That rose from the dead.
What? That's a tricycle.
Undertaker rose from the dead. He became a real human being.
What?
Was this the American Badass?
Yes.
He rose from the dead. He was dead the rest of the time.
Yes.
So yeah, that
because wrestling.
Because wrestling.
So a mixture of like everything but the badass.
One or two things. I would like you to sing a version of Rollin'. Because that was an Undertaker theme tune at the time.
It was.
This is
Keep
rolling, really interesting to see this as well.
Keep rolling.
No man, him.
Can I just pass it over to him? That was,
Yeah.
That was nice, Jake. Thank you. Tom, can you sing a version of Rollin', please?
I can try my best. Move in, now move out, hands up, hands down, back up, and what you gonna do now? That's about as much as you
You haven't done the rolling there?
Keep rolling. Rolling.
Before that, it was Kid Rock, wasn't it?
I know it was the Kid Rock.
Yeah,
American Badass. Was that like Metallica?
American Badass. It was that one. I don't know the rest of it.
Watch me kick, you can roll with rock, or you can. It's a bit rude.
Yeah.
Suck my helmet. But to for me, I think the theme tune is the gong and
Yeah.
Still, it was cool when he was rolling.
So to sum up, your favourite version of the Undertaker is like last version.
Yeah, sort of like the last version, sort of like the black coat, the hat. And
I agree.
Next.
Yeah. I'll go on to the next one, Jake.
Next question.
Okay.
Mark, please.
I'm just getting me.
Mark's shuffle button.
Shuffle button.
I think we should make a noise like diddly-doo.
Yeah.
When the button's shuffling.
For just one person?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
I'll do it.
Aww.
You don't get to do all the noises.
Chances to sing alone. 65. What is your dream match? So you could have like living, dead, inactive, active.
Ooh.
Ill.
All right then. That's a tricky one. I mean, I've got my all-time favourites. I think I'd love to see Bret Hart in his prime up against some of like the newer days, maybe someone like AJ Styles or even a Daniel Bryan.
That would be a match.
That would
both
be
of them.
wow.
Yeah.
Both of them would be.
Yeah. Someone like technical, and then just Bret Hart being.
You got the high flying of Bryan as well.
Yeah.
Mixed in.
So a
with
mixture of everything. Because Bret Hart.
High flying Bryan.
Yeah, you know, Bret Hart was obviously quite a strong character. He's got the sharpshooter, which was awesome. Good technical ability as well. Then you've got people like AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, who, like you say, have got the high flying abilities, but also the technical stuff with some submission stuff of their own. It'd be quite interesting to see though.
Do you think Daniel Bryan will return at the ring one day?
Yeah.
I think they were talking about it with the mid stuff, but then they were like, we still don't know.
Yeah.
I think he will return to the ring one day, whether they like it or not, and I think he might leave if they don't let him.
Japan.
I'd like to see him.
Or Ring of Honor or something like that.
I'd like to see him in the
Make
ring
Impact
again.
great again.
But hasn't he got the whole neck issue? Is that what? Or he
Concussion, doesn't it?
He reckons that his doctors signed him off,
Right.
but it's WWE's doctors that won't sign him off. Is that right?
He's had too many concussions or something like that, hasn't he?
They don't mess around with heats.
Yep.
Another one as well.
But I think
to throw into the mix as well. Maybe someone like the Bret Hart or whatever they did with someone like Edge.
Against.
Maybe someone like bring Edge up when he was with Edge and Christian, when he was sort of flying around a lot more, and then after that, when he branched out on his own, that sort of era, not towards the end of his career.
You think you know me?
Yeah, the you think you know me sort of beginning of that. Maybe with someone like nowadays, maybe going one-on-one with someone like Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe could be quite a good.
Where do you think Edge? What do you think if Edge was still wrestling now? Where do you think his career would have been?
I think he'd be sort of like the Jericho nowadays.
Yeah, still doing joke gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah, joke gimmicks. He might even have brought back.
Doing DDP yoga.
He'd probably be doing DDP yoga because everyone has to do DDP.
I think he'd be a SmackDown brand in answer to your question over there, Jake, asking me what brand. I think he'd be on SmackDown.
Yeah.
He was always SmackDown for me.
Sorry, Jake.
Edge was always on SmackDown for me.
What do you mean, sorry?
Because I think you asked that question and nobody else heard apart from Tom.
What brand?
I'm
going to make all of these answer now. What brand?
Remember, this is Tom's interview, but what we're talking about, which brand would Edge be on?
Yeah.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
He's just a SmackDown guy.
Next question.
44.
44.
All the fours.
All the fours. Favorite wrestling weapon?
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Favorite weapon. So can I
What do you write things down for?
For me, I loved a good TLC match. It's any of those three, minus the chair. So maybe just a ladder or a table for me. They don't get used often enough now. Whereas Attitude Era, you had the Dudley Boys. Every match had a table incorporated it somewhere, and it's always quite exciting to see someone get put through an announce table, especially when they rip all the whole thing.
Tom, get the question. Is that?
Could call you, your wrestling name could be Table Tom.
Table Tom.
Tom, get the tables.
Part of the Dudley Boys?
Especially when you
double
incorporate
T.
Double T. Table Tom.
It's like
Table Toms are fantastic.
growing up, I was always a big fan of like the Hardys and the Dudleys.
Does Table Tom sound more like a child's entertainer
Sounds more like a beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's a non-teen, yeah.
I quite like the 2x4 wrapping barbed wire in its
That was
prime.
cool.
In its prime.
It's prime.
Yeah,
To go back to your question from the very beginning, Dave's keeping track of how many questions were asked.
Oh, right.
Somebody has a dirty job, but someone has to do it.
Yeah, the 2x4 wrap around with barbed wire, that was pretty cool. Mankind used that quite well.
You always can, when they get that out now, you know that it's not
It's
going to
not,
get used
no.
to it.
Was it Jericho and Ambrose used it? And
Yeah,
they had one hand on the top of the barbed wire, and it's like, that's not going to do anything. It's going to do more damage to your hand than.
Cactus Jack always had the best weapons, didn't
Yeah, I mean the thumbtacks was quite cool.
Thumbtacks is cool.
Yeah.
Like Jericho was like saying, it doesn't really hurt
It
that
doesn't
much.
really hurt. I'm
Thumbtacks
sorry,
and
I
barbed
wouldn't want
wire.
to put them in.
I remember when Triple H set the 2x4 on fire that time. That was good.
And then flipped him onto it, through the Hell in a Cell, onto thumbtacks.
That was his last retirement match, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was
he
his
wrestled
last-
after
Well, he
That was
wrestled TNA and stuff
and
like
then
that.
loads of matches he wrestled in TNA.
Yeah.
Apart from that.
But yeah.
Wrestlers never truly retire. Unless you're Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Bit like Jay-Z.
Yeah. But yeah, those were my favourite weapons, because I was always a Hardy Boys Dudley fan, so it was always ladders and tables.
Are you ready for another question?
I am, fire away.
14. 14.
The 14th
Oh,
question.
I like 14. Favourite faction of all time.
What do you mean by
Tom's
faction?
favourite faction
Like
of all time.
Team.
Like the Nexus, or
Oh, right.
DX, or NWO.
I've got a feeling I know who Tom's favourite faction is, but I'm looking at his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, I mean, just for listeners, I do have an NWO t-shirt on.
The listeners will know because after the last episode, I posted a photo.
Oh yeah.
Can you,
Yeah.
can you do me a favour, Tom, before you answer the question? Can you sing the NWO's WCW theme song, please?
Can I sing along as well?
No?
No,
Oh.
you look nervous. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Do you want me
Go
to
for
do it?
slow.
Jake,
I'm
I've got
trying to
any
work
do
out if it's the one I've got.
That's a very high-pitched version.
Right.
Yeah. No, I like the NWO. I love watching them come out in Cause Havoc. But DX for me was the all-time faction.
Which version?
Do you know what it is? I love the original sort of, like the big group with Triple H, Shawn Michaels,
They were the best.
X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, and stuff like that. They were probably the better ones, but I did enjoy watching just Shawn Michaels and Triple H in the later section. I mean, I like American football as well, so when they had Ben Roethlisberger from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who were the team that I watched,
What about Hornswoggle?
with the offensive line from the team, and they just stood there and they were all just like kicking off it. I can't remember who they were.
Jay makes a good point. That version did have Hornswoggle as
It
well.
did have Hornswoggle.
Waddle is his called.
The little man.
Yeah, but he went round everybody. I mean, he was John Cena, Kofi Kingston, and Sheamus all in one.
I would ask
DX for me.
Is that it?
For me, it's DX and Hornswoggle, obviously.
Not your interview.
My favourite is the first version.
I was looking online the other day, and Hornswoggle had a T-shirt on CM King of short style.
That's awesome.
He does. He turns up an Impact and then runs around the ring a bit.
He's in Chikara.
Is it? He's like. Yeah, he is.
I know.
That's awesome.
Another question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
21.
We went under the sea there.
Favourite era of wrestling?
Attitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just gotta be. No thinking. That was and always will be the best attitude.
Why is the Attitude Era your favourite era of wrestling?
Why the Attitude Era? Can you do it in your Irish accent?
You want me to answer the question in Irish?
All Irish.
So the Attitude had everything. Like, it was just star-studded, beginning to end. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Big Show and all, like it's gone like.
I would like my emotion
Yeah, it
to
just-
continue throughout the whole of the interview.
But yeah, it was just that.
You sound like Becky Lynch, but a lad.
Peggy Lynch, but a lad. Well, that's all they all sound, isn't it? Pretty much. What it is. No, it just had everything, you know. They had the matches, they had the rivalries. Stone Cold was not underneath management.
Mm-hmm.
And got away with a lot of stuff. And
Yeah,
it just made for
good.
entertaining bit parts as well. Like, I quite enjoyed, I know he was out for a while, but the whole who ran over Stone Cold thing was really well done.
I know it's Tom's interview, but can I ask you a question?
Me?
Yes.
You may.
As a parent,
Yes.
would you let Jake watch the Attitude Era now?
I'd be a bit cautious of what I let him watch. There's a lot of things on there that
Would you let me watch the bra and panties match?
well, they're the type of things I'm talking about I'd have to be cautious about. But when I was younger, I mean, what we used to do was my dad used to video record them for. My dad wasn't interested in watching wrestling, so I used to take the video up to my room and watch it, and nobody even knew what the hell I was watching. So, you know, if he was doing that, I couldn't really stop him.
He doesn't have that kind of option because you
I have
would
the network in my
invariably watch
room.
the wrestling anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, there is stuff. There are things we've been watching in the past that I've had to fast forward.
dead matches.
Bad blood.
Yeah, like, was it Bad Blood? I don't know.
Yeah, you fast forward a.
Is that Bad Blood where Shawn Michaels has that epic blade job all over the place?
Yeah, that one. See, it's not so much the blood; it's the Rudy Doody bit.
Rudy
I mean, the blood. I'm not. He's all right with that.
But at least you know what wrestling now.
You can play on.
You didn't let us watch the CZW match with the blood.
Yeah, because that was too much. I think if it's done in a way that's not totally like
Over the top.
throwing people into blatantly throwing people into because they had 4 windows set up ready just to be smashed into basically.
No, 6.
It was 4. Oh no, there was the ones above the ring as well, wasn't there? And,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was that
if
spot
the
where
blood's done tastefully, then yeah, you can watch it.
it was when that spot where they dropped from the like scaffold and through 2 panes of glass and a table. It'd be a shame if somebody missed out from watching that, wouldn't it?
It would be a shame if someone died.
Imagine if you got to watch that, Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe when you turn 16.
Anyway, so I had to get into
Alright.
this on, but I just was interested in because like I don't know. It's
Well, no,
gonna be a
it's
while
interesting.
till I have the parent.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because my parents were a bit. It was always when I grew up in the Attitude Era, it was like, should you really be watching this? And It was like, well...
It was that big thing when it first came out, when Hulk Hogan was big and all the parents were like,
yeah,
"Phew, this is bad."
Yeah.
Because all of us kids were like throwing each other on the playground, thinking it was real.
And that's like the cartoon era.
So yeah. Next question.
Can I say something very quickly?
Okay.
So you know how I said on the first episode of the podcast about my friend Greg saying that The Rock killed someone?
Yeah.
Well,
Why said that? How did The Rock kill someone?
Because he stood on top of a steel cage and rock bottomed them through the table, and all splinters killed him.
And they died.
Yeah.
So this is your schoolyard friend who believes that The Rock murdered someone in the ring, and
now
he's fine with it, and he just let him become a movie star.
And now he's the highest paid actor in
And
America.
also,
Has Greg had a new thought?
what?
Has Greg had a new thought?
It wasn't Greg this time.
Alright, is it another schoolyard chum?
Yeah,
I think we should call him Jeremy.
Yeah, let's call him Jeremy.
No, let's not call him. Let's call him Teresa.
Yeah. So Teresa said.
Keeping in the theme
So
of
you
things.
know the Kids' Choice Awards,
Yeah.
the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards,
Yeah.
and how John Cena was there.
Yeah.
Teresa said that John Cena killed someone in the Kids' Choice Awards.
But where's the pen?
What?
Slime.
Through the wall of the video of the Rugrats.
I don't know if you watch some of the episodes of Ren and Stimpy, I think it's going for life.
I'd like how...
Said that he murdered a little child.
A child?
A child.
That makes it even more sinister. I like how your friends just think that wrestlers go around killing people. Anyway, that was an amazing segue, Jake. I'm glad that you interrupted for that, because it was amazing.
Let's move on to another question.
Yeah, let's stop hijacking Tom's interview.
I turned into a putty face.
21.
Again,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
had that.
Press the button.
There's a glitch in your system, isn't there?
No, I pressed it. It's on to a new one.
72.
Favourite wrestling catchphrase?
And that's a bummer.
Now you're interview.
That is a good catchphrase though. That was, obviously what we grew up on and stuff. It's gonna be what?
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 Go on,
No,
fellas.
seriously, what did you say?
What?
I said,
What?
I said, what did he say?
What?
I said, what did he say?
What?
I said,
I'm sorry, it's just gonna be...
We could go on all night.
I'm going to do it whenever Jake interrupts.
What?
What?
And the fact is that they still do it today. Like when someone, like for example, like Stephanie McMahon speak or something, she'll go on about what's coming to right now, and just goes, what?
Yeah, they
It's
still
just
do
like-
it.
It's just like, it's great.
Stood the test of time.
Yeah. It's the same as yes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Everyone's
I mean,
doing that.
that's a close second, I think, the whole yes thing, especially when something's mint.
what about no?
They don't say that anymore now.
I've seen them do that a couple of times.
Yeah, not a lot though, not
It
compared
has
to
to be
yes.
short, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Short and to the point.
Which is the same with delete.
Delete,
They're
yeah.
doing that a
That's
lot now.
definitely my favourite at the minute. Delete.
Yeah.
It was always
Delete.
yeah, it's amazing. Go for another question?
Yeah. We're rattling through these. 16, brother. That was sounding like a Samoan way.
It was like 80s Simone, yeah.
Favourite match stipulation of all time?
As in, what match? I would like to see one that's actually happened and the match
Like-
involved.
What you have seen, so your favourite stipulation. So like, would a stipulation be like cage matches? No, it wouldn't. Would it
No,
be like
it's like what kind of
usually
match.
time-
Be how you would win the match with
No,
it.
stipulation is what kind of match?
Yeah.
Should we agree on that then? Type of match.
Yeah, so like Matt
I
Hardy's
also
just
know
chosen
that,
to have
yeah.
a steel
No,
cage
'cause
match
you've
because
got-
he chose the stipulation.
You've
so
got a
it's-
type of match, but then the stipulation would be the way you won the match, wouldn't it?
No.
Or the stipulation could be like loser leaves town, or
No.
like
Yeah, you could have a steel cage match would be a match type, but the stipulation could be if you lose the match, you've got to leave WWE.
No,
Okay.
because Matt Hardy just had a match against Sheamus and he chose the stipulation match. He chose steel cage.
if anyone has any thoughts on this debate, contact us.
Shed some light on it. You can contact us and the WrestleFriends Podcast at yahoo.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, Dave.
No problem.
So, well, if we're going Should we answer
I think
both?
it's easier to answer Jake's version.
Jake's version, right? So we're just going like the type of match stipulation rather than loser.
Yeah.
So like Kinesis, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a good Hell in a Cell. I think they're really.
When it's a good Hell in a Cell.
When it's a good, that's the thing though.
A bad Hell in a Cell match
is awful.
Terrible.
I quite enjoyed watching the Inferno match between Kane and MVP. That was quite interesting to watch. Because it's ridiculous.
You had a good one with Bray Wyatt once. That was like.
Yeah.
That was like Bray Wyatt's debut.
Yeah, it was it?
Definitely not Lumberjacks, as we said in the actual cast. I'm going to go with one I watched recently. Yesterday, I quite enjoyed watching a steel cage match, but had barbed wire on the top, just to make it that much more interesting than just a steel cage.
Would that be in JBL and the Big Show?
It would, yes. And the fact that JBL crawled underneath the ring to win because he got chokeslammed from the
That
top.
was a good match.
I've
It was a really good match.
seen that match.
JBL was in loads of good matches that you wouldn't think, you'd think he was rubbish, but he wasn't.
His stint wasn't, his sort of like main event stint wasn't really that long, but he had some pretty brutal matches in that time.
All these matches with Guerrero were top.
What about Cena as well? He had a couple of
Yeah,
wasn't
good
it the
matches.
bloodiest match ever?
The Guerrero one was.
Was that the Guerrero one,
Yeah.
was it?
Guerrero bladed too deep,
Uh-huh.
and he lost pints of blood, and he had to go for a transfusion.
Will I be allowed to watch that match?
I can't really stop you if you watch it when I'm not in.
It's much worse. The blade job is much worse than that Shawn Michaels one we're talking about.
Am I allowed to watch it when you are in though?
When was that match? When did it take place?
Judgment Day.
I'll watch it first and I'll let you know.
One of the Judgment Days is.
Yeah.
You said that you can't stop us when you're out, so I'm just going to watch it when you're out.
It's hang on, it was on Budgment Day.
Budgment Day. We're not going to budge on that.
Yeah. But adding the barbed wire to the top of the cage made it just that little bit special.
So barbed wire top cage match.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a match that they've only done once and then never done again and you thought, crikey Moses, that was crap?
Punjabi prison.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I'd like them to bring back the Punjabi prison match for Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
What about
Racist.
what about the Ambrose Asylum? That
The
was
Ambrose
bad.
Asylum was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't it just a normal asylum
It was a weapons
match?
cage match.
It was a cage match with just weapons hanging
Yeah.
from the top.
Weapons that they weren't really allowed to
And you
use.
couldn't win the match by escaping the cage.
No, I don't.
I think that it would have been alright if they added better weapons.
It would have been better if they were allowed to use the weapons.
Yeah.
Once again, I think it's pointless going back to the blading. Pointless having those sort of gimmick matches if you can't have a little bit of
Yeah.
a little bit of blood.
Uh-huh.
I think the
Although in
worst
the
match
Asylum
though.
one, the thumbtacks did bring it up.
Yeah,
a
that
bit.
was
Yeah.
good. And the work that Jericho did after it was good
Yeah.
when he kept going on about it. That was funny, so it gave him fuel that.
Yeah.
On Talk is Jericho as well.
Yeah.
But talking to Jericho last week was when Ambrose meets Hardy.
Uh-huh.
So Dean Ambrose and Jeff Hardy had never met before. And Chris Jericho was they're similar characters, so I'll have them meet for the first time
Uh-huh.
on the podcast. And he talked about how. Hang on. What's my point again?
No.
Cox lost his train.
I think the worst match out of
No, hang on.
was
I've got it. So Ambrose talked about how he had to badger Vince for weeks to let him use the tax in the match. He kept going back to his office over and over again.
Yeah.
who? Vince's.
Yeah, to get me, and he's like, "Is Jericho okay with it?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do what you want."
What about they've PG'd everything up now though? They've PG'd up the even the Elimination Chamber, which was even bad, wasn't it? The last Elimination Chamber was they had actual mats around the outside of it now.
I know, they're the mats which you have on the floor.
It was because they used to have the cage, didn't they?
Yeah,
The cage
that was some
floor
big bumps like that.
But they've changed it to mats now, so.
Yeah, they're the mats which
And
are
that
on the
Perspex-
outside.
So it's pointless.
The original
pointless
Perspex
having
as
that
well used to be, I'm sure it used to be a lot thicker when they used to work through it, that it would shatter.
Yeah.
Rather than, he's put it through and the whole thing just goes backwards.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's like bus shelter stuff and that.
Yeah.
Geordie Bush out.
Geordie Bush. Oh, man, never mind.
Basically, there was a really good move. What?
No, sorry.
There was a really good move
Just more devil noises.
There was a really good move which Ambrose did on Styles in the Elimination Chamber this year, and he like got him up for a suplex but made him like flip and drop. That would have been really good if the floor was steel and not on a mat.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that because I'm sure I didn't watch it.
So every one of SmackDown's top stars were in the main event, so the rest of the event was crap.
Yeah.
Was that when Baron Corbin was in the Elimination?
Yeah,
I'm
he
sure
was really good in it.
I'm sure I watched one.
Yeah.
I'm sure I watched that and they had
Only good part was like
even see that there were mats.
Yeah, there were mats, man. Rubber mats in the Elimination Chamber. It's a bit pointless having an Elimination Chamber, isn't it?
I know.
You're not eliminating anyone.
You could have just had like.
It goes back to the point of having a bad Hell in a Cell match. You might as well just have a normal match. If you have to use the cell, what's the point?
Just
I think Sasha and Charlotte did a good job without blood.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
It can be done.
You have to go all out on other things.
Yeah, you have to like totally use everything else around you. You have to bust out the cell. You have to use the tables and stuff around the ring, and you have to be climbing up the cell and doing at least some, even a halfway sort of like fall or something like that works. But like, I don't know. It's pointless when they just have a Hell in a Cell match where it's just the cell's just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not used.
It's pointless.
Cool.
Next question.
Oh wait, can I just say that the worst stipulation ever is a House of Horrors match?
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
They're trying so hard to do the broken gimmick with like because they tried it with the New Day as well, and that was really bad.
I know, that was the
that
worst.
was terrible. And then anyway,
We just stole that. Like it was literally the week after, wasn't it?
it was a week after.
So I've got do the next number, but you can do it in between anyway if you want. Number 82.
82.
Right, I like this one.
Did you say 82?
I didn't. I said 82.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's nice number. I like the number, Jake.
I don't like you.
That's cutting. I'm gonna go home and cry. 2 current singles wrestlers you would put into a tag team, and what would their gimmick be?
Ooh, I hate it when they do this.
Juicy. So we're giving them a gimmick, so they're going to be. It's not just like Zack Ryder and.
Mojo Rawley. Hype!
Well, no, because they were Hype Bros. They had a gimmick. So like Zack Ryder and Darren Young are.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Jericho, yeah.
They've actually got a gimmick. So like, LOD, Heavy Machinery.
So they're actually going to be repackaged as a tag team.
They're repackaged as a tag team.
And they're going to be a tag team forever.
They're going to be a tag team forever.
Like Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah, but
Cesaro.
even better than that because they still.
They've got a gimmick.
They're not called like European boys.
They should just be called the Bar, shouldn't they?
We don't set the bar. We are the
so
bar.
Now, so if they would go with the Bar and put like or make T-shirts of the Bar and like that's our tag team, isn't it? Rather than Sheamus and Cesaro, they need to go that extra little bit more.
Okay, Tom, over to you.
That's hard. That's really hard, that question.
Who would you like to see in a tag team?
Who would I like to see in a tag team?
First of all, put them together, then you can come up with the.
We'll dissect it afterwards.
Yeah. So any singles current?
Well, I don't see why we should put some. But yeah, we'll go current.
Current one. Okay, that's fine.
You could split some
because that can happen in real life.
and then mix tag teams.
Current singles ones.
Singles wrestlers.
Does it have to be in the WWE? Just asking.
No.
It's not.
I don't know too much about the other ones anyway.
You're asking Tom.
Singles. I'd like to see Samoa Joe partnered up with someone because I think he's obviously got a weapon, but he's quick for a big guy. So he's got that sort of power.
Did you enjoy his team with Kevin Owens when we thought they were going to be?
Yeah, do you know what it is? I actually did, but I also enjoyed his team up with Bray Wyatt in the triple threat against Finn Balor.
There would have to be another big guy, wouldn't it? There'd have to be a big team.
It has to be 2 big guys. I can't see him being with
Not
someone.
necessarily. You've got like Jesse and Festus, for example.
we could put him in with another Samoan. We could put him in with the big dog.
That would be some formidable.
Yeah, actually.
weaponry.
And people are going to cheer for some Joe.
Yeah, no, I quite like that because I mean, obviously we've seen Roman Reigns in a tag team faction thing before with the whole Shield.
That was kind of just a tribe though, not like a tag team. I mean, they were tag
But
team
they
champions.
were in tag team matches and stuff, I suppose.
Under the Freebird
I mean,
ruling
they
to
were
do that
tag team
though.
champions.
So you've got the New Day,
The Freebird ruled it.
Yeah.
Freebird ruling.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Wyatt
go with
family.
that. Or maybe even, I know they've had their beef, and I don't think it will ever happen, but Seth Rollins with Samoa Joe
Yeah.
could work.
So who are you going with?
I think I'll go with the big dog and Samoa
So you
Joe.
got
I think if
Reigns-
you're going to do a full-on, if you're going to do a reunion like that and make them a full-on tag team, you might as well just do a Shield reunion. You might as
Yeah,
well, you know?
I think I'm going to go with Samoa Joe. I meant, Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins.
Alright, yeah, so-
not the thing. I'll go with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns.
So you
I
got
think,
Joe and Reigns, yeah?
yeah. And I think they could go full out their Samoan.
Name?
Who knows? Like.
And
I
the gimmick
think
as
that's
well.
pretty sick.
saggy boobs.
But I think it's I mean, I know the Usos sort of did it with the whole Samoan face paint and stuff like that, but obviously same family as Roman Reigns, but they could all bring in that whole.
I think Joe would look good with some war paint.
Would you-
I mean, you think of someone like Umaga.
Yeah.
Like you think of like someone like Umaga who came out in all the Samoan war paint and things, and he looked.
You could. That would be such a good gimmick for Samoa Joe
So
and
could
for
they,
Roman
so could
Reigns.
they have like Samoan, like kind of tights and face paint and stuff, but not be like Savage Islanders, like embrace the face paint,
Yeah.
but actually be normal people as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just have the look, but not the like.
Yeah. So you look at like.
I am from Samoa. I have hard head.
Yeah. So like for example, you look at like the New Zealand rugby team,
They're just normal.
and they're just normal blokes, but they're massive and they embrace that whole side of their culture. But they're normal blokes. So I think, yeah, they should just.
So we've got Samoan face paint, we've got Samoan tights, we've got like not like savages, just like normal aggressive blokes.
Yeah, just normal. So it's sort of like what the Usos did, but without the high flying.
Heel though, you'd have to be heel.
Oh, definitely here.
Would they
What would their gimmick be?
be like killers?
Samoa.
Like, or would they be like back jumper heels? Would they be like, or would they be like scaredy heels or cool back like?
I'm thinking
I
of
think they're
Maga.
pretty cool, like, you know.
Are you thinking that? I'm thinking
Yeah.
of Maga, me.
Like, but like not because Maga was like
he was
savage,
just
wasn't
savage. Whereas like everyone,
Yeah.
like Joe, you hear Joe's music and everyone's loves it, and like the whole on their feet. We love Samoa Joe. We love
Locke
Samoa
used to
Joe.
play that to his wife when she was pregnant.
Samoa Joe's
Because it was like it was a
Yeah, I think
pregnant moms.
It's cool. I used to go and then go fat princess and then do it again. Shouldn't like it.
Should rename it the March of the Pregnant Lady.
I hope she never hears that.
Okay.
But she will.
Probably will.
On a name thing, I don't know. But
Oh well.
I can't think of
What about the Samoan bulldozers?
yeah, something like that. But then you got
They could do like they could be called the Samoan bulldozers because Roman Reigns is related to Umaga uncle. I want to say.
something like that. Yeah.
Rosie was his brother.
Yeah.
He died, but his uncle was Umaga. That might be wrong.
Something
And,
like that.
if anybody else who knows, let us know. But yeah, he it could be like a shout out.
Yeah.
I just kissed my hand and pointed at the sky like it'll do.
Respect.
But yeah, so like that's some more bulldozers.
Yeah.
Apart
could
from
work,
Dave
could
came up with it, so.
Yeah.
So I'm just helping.
I struggle to think of a name.
I really want to
those two
I want to
are
ask
definitely-
everyone that question, but we can't because we've got rules about buttons.
Are we going to press the button?
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a good
That's my
answer.
favourite question. Ooh, we're in the single figures to number 6. Sexy 6. Current favourite women's wrestler.
Current favourite women's. At the minute, I just love the outfit of Alexa. I think she's got the whole Harley Quinn thing. I'm a comic book kind of guy.
Yeah, she does
I love
do
the whole Harley
Harley
Quinn thing.
doesn't she?
But
I prefer Freddy Krueger.
fair enough.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
I like Alexa Bliss with the thing. But I really like Becky Lynch.
I said that.
I like Becky Lynch.
Becky.
Becky,
Go on, do it.
Becky Lynch.
I'm the last kicker.
I'm a last kicker, and I sound like a man.
That was what Scottish.
Becky.
That was what Scottish, wasn't it?
Your Scottish past crept up on your head.
I like her arm.
The disarmer.
Disarmer. Yeah.
Why else do you like Becky? Becky.
I like I think it's the outfit and the sort of steampunk look about her, and
she's cool, isn't she?
Yeah.
She seems like she's a nice person in real life as well.
I would do a Mariana.
A what?
A Mary.
A Mary.
If I was allowed more than one wife.
You'd probably get.
I'm gonna tell your wife that.
You'd probably get wrong for marrying two people.
But you didn't have a wife.
Are they Irish or allowed to do that, aren't they?
Probably. Who knows?
Remember, I was surprised that you had a wife and a kid.
Yep. Thanks for that. Is that a description of my character?
And on that note, I think we're on to
question
10.
Question number 10, the final question.
10.
Oh.
You never got it, didn't you?
I haven't.
17.
Favourite manager of all time?
Wow.
Favourite manager? Oh. I mean, Paul Heyman's been around fair whack, and he's done a lot of stuff with a lot of...
I would say he's probably my favourite.
Yeah.
Are you a Paul Heyman guy?
Yeah, I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
What is it about Paul Heyman that makes you think he's the
He's probably got more gift on the mic than half the roster.
Oh, without doubt.
Agreed.
So,
you know what it is? He does the same promo over and over again, but it's just so good that who cares?
I mean, there's only so many ways you can say Brock Lesnar.
He says it like he means it.
Can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Lesnar.
I was about to ask you, but Jake, jump in. Not your interview.
Welcome.
Can you do the Brock Lesnar in the style of Paul Heyman, please?
You want to say Brock Lesnar in the style of
Like what Jake did?
Brock Lesnar!
That was alright, actually. Yeah, that's quite good.
That was good.
It's alright.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's been around like you see.
I listened to mine and I feel really upset.
Don't worry. It's not your interview.
That's a new catchphrase. Jake's not your interview.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Paul Heyman.
What about Jimmy Hart?
Let me tell you, brother!
It's not quite Paul Heyman, like, is it?
What about I can't think of anyone.
Do you know what they don't do enough with Paul Heyman? Like, and they used to do it loads back in the day, in WCW, like early 90s, is like the Weasley, like, Bobby Heenan type, like running away and like shuffling about and stuff like that.
They done that a bit with CM Punk, remember when he sort of like turned on him?
Yeah.
And then he did a bit running away, but like...
But if Brock Lesnar was backing you up, nobody's going to touch you.
My second favourite, if I'm allowed to have a second
You can talk
favourite,
about
going
it.
back to my Attitude Era as well, like, obviously Undertaker, one of my favourite, and Kane as well. Paul Bearer. Going in between the two with his urn and the whole power gimmick of the urn in the really high-pitched voice.
Is that like so like turned on Undertaker?
It was great.
And they done the whole Undertaker versus Kane thing.
Yeah.
That was classic.
That was meant
He died 4 times as well.
Yeah. The Buried Alive match, and Paul Bearer just stood there with the urn and then the dumper truck.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You don't get good managers now. Not many good managers, is there?
Nope.
You think of any apart from Paul Heyman?
Actual managers.
Just managers, huh?
Backlund, before Darren Young got in.
Are there any other managers in the WWE apart from Paul Heyman?
There's a Jack Swagger's guy, what was he called? With a moustache.
Zach Colton.
I think he's
I believe in Darren Young. I will make him great again.
Is that your bunk?
Darren Young again!
I cannot wait for Darren Young to come back.
So what about managers though? What are your feelings on women coming to the ring with their fella?
What do I think about it?
Just a question.
I think it's fine as like, so you got a non-wrestling character like Lana. I think that's fine. She was like a manager, but I don't think you could have like Sasha Banks just suddenly stop wrestling and then become because she's like a kick.
Because obviously you've got Lana was doing it for Rusev. Apparently Lana's now going into the ring. But then you've got, and as beautiful as she might as well be, but Maurice really does my head in. Especially like because the Miz does my head in.
She's meant to though. That's her job.
Yeah,
I think they do it really well.
Oh no, they do it really well because that's his character. We're better than all you.
He's the best heel in the business as far as I'm concerned. Because actually, like, because you met him, and that's like, you meant to hate him, and like he's the actual one heel that everyone hate.
Except me.
And like
there's no cool, like, it's not, like, people like Kevin Owens because he's funny, and he's in his meanness, whereas The Miz, like,
he's got an annoying face, his face is so annoying, he's got this really annoying person face as well.
So, just while we're on the thing of women, obviously, who don't wrestle, come to the thing, WrestleMania, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, she ends up getting put through a table.
Yeah.
Should she have been out there?
Probably.
It gives a reason for, it gives Triple H, like, months down the line, a reason to come back again. I think that's the reason they did it.
I think they'll be back at SummerSlam, for SummerSlam.
I think Seth will be champion by then.
I think it'll be Seth Triple H. Not for the championship.
I
don't think you can put Triple H back in the championship.
But the thing is, this whole thing about, I've heard them SummerSlam being mentioned before, but the whole thing with Kurt Angle recently with the text messages on his phone,
That could be
the
Triple H.
storylines could be Triple H, and there's going to be a massive fight up against those two at SummerSlam.
Kurt Angle return at SummerSlam. I think they might keep that for WrestleMania.
I don't want Kurt Angle
That's
to
just
wrestle.
rumours I had.
I don't want him to wrestle Triple H.
Why do you think he'll get buried?
No, I want him. He's wrestled Triple H. Kurt Angle needs to be a new match with Kurt Angle, something that people want.
Seth Rollins?
Could be Seth, could be anyone like that for me.
Yeah.
Not Joe, because they did that in TNA to death. Who else?
And AJ, they did.
What about Kurt Angle Strowman?
Oh, Kurt Angle Strowman, that'd be so good.
That'd be cool.
If Kurt Angle picked Strowman up on his back,
it
would go off. Like, the place would go off.
Angle Reigns?
Angle Reigns would be good. You'd
Angle
have to
AJ was done in
TNA.
TNA.
Yeah. I mean, he could do that, but
You should.
I mean, I just don't know what I would like. I mean, they could quite easily do that.
The younger generation should look up some of them old TNA matches to yourself, because they were really good matches.
Yeah.
The stuff that AJ
Especially the
did,
Joe ones.
and Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, really good matches.
It was all after they said to Kurt Angle in WWE that he was finished as well. And he went on to have some of the best matches of his career. So we've done 10 questions.
Yeah.
Do you think we should pop another couple in? Or
I'm open to a few more questions if you want.
Should we do some extra questions just because we've got a little bit more spare time?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So we've done 10. Shall we do 12?
We'll do 12 then.
Because I have to know how many. Because I'm mental.
But
do you want to do this one? Because you look desperate to do it.
Right, I'm about to pick the number.
no.
Fine.
I'm not.
Means we'll party on. Excellent.
Two fat ladies, idiot.
Yeah,
I don't need to mark these down anymore because we've already done 10.
Favourite current t-shirt?
You really?
What's wrong with that question?
Favourite current
t-shirt?
I've always liked the Seth Rollins logo with the S and the R. I really like it now with the whole Kingslayer thing.
I love the Kingslayer t-shirt.
That's good.
But I don't know if you can. I'm assuming you can still buy it, but the one before the whole Seth freaking Rollins is just really, really cool. I think. So it's between those two for me, the Seth Rollins one. Really
I think Finn Balor's got the coolest t-shirts at the minute.
Finn Balor.
What's on
It's
that?
not my interview.
It's isn't it?
It's sort of like it's FB in this
Classy.
Yeah. But you could wear them and like nobody would even know
Yeah.
it was a wrestling t-shirt. It just looks cool. Apart from the fact it's got a WWE badge at the bottom. Which is,
I mean, there are
That would
a
get
load
you
of decent
like
t-shirts and stuff.
water.
There are loads of decent t-shirts out, but for me, I think it's got to be Seth Rollins. Just the design of the S and the R linked in together.
My Jim Mahal t-shirt's in transit.
is it on its way?
You really bought a Jinder Mahal.
Mainly for that reaction from you. In fact, I told you that's why I was getting it.
Last week's podcast, I'm sure a good 5 minutes we spent talking about your reaction to this.
I love Jinder Mahal, I can't help it.
You must be warming a Jinder now. You've got to be.
Did you not watch the Punjabi celebration? He's my Maharaja.
I watched it and it was pap.
I think it's funny that Mark will be walking around with a t-shirt on claiming that he is the Maharaja.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to see some people's reactions.
When the
But as we've said, we are the only WrestleFriends we have currently, so it's just going to be you.
when the t-shirt comes, I'm gonna stick one on the social media ring, so everyone can judge you on your Maharaja t-shirt.
Do you think that we'll get t-shirts actually?
What?
Do you think that we'll get t-shirts?
Who? Us?
Yeah.
WrestleFriends t-shirt.
I think we'll have to have podcasters uploaded to the internet. B, have people listen to them. C, them not think that we're absolute penis.
Maybe we could just we'll move on.
Right.
This is going to be the real last one. We've had like an encore now.
This is the real last one.
It's like we've came back on stage after doing the last song.
Just like that.
Like AC/DC and Axl Rose.
Back in black.
I'm ready to go.
Do it.
It's gone from to
Number 18. Favourite finisher of all time.
What's a good one to finish on?
I do like a good spear.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
But
I'm no. I think he got banned from using it. Well, he did. But Undertaker's triangle choke with the feet. Is he still? I know. I've not seen it for years. I thought
they did bar it and then they brought it back. I think it was Teddy Long, but it was part of it. Mark's dancing like Teddy Long.
Teddy Long dance.
Holla, yeah, that's the one. It was part of the storyline because wasn't he in a submission match with CM Punk?
Oh,
and then
something.
He won the match with it, and then Holla came out and said he couldn't use it because it was part.
Something like that.
But there's a few like that. Like I like that one. I quite enjoyed the punt from Randy Orton.
Yeah, they don't use the punt no more.
No, they don't.
Got a kick folk in the head.
No, it's the
so there's. Up there, I've got the triangle chokehold, the punt, the spear. I love a good RKO out of nowhere.
I love a good curb
randomly.
I think it's Darwinism though, isn't it? Like, I think you stay at the beginning of your program, kids. Do not do this at home.
Yeah.
And if they stamp on each other's heads or kick each other in the head while someone's like crouched on the floor and they get messed up, Darwinism.
It's a program about fighting at the end of the day, and if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. You might as well just watch people kicking each other in the head.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I think that's a role of the parent, isn't it? Like, you stress to your kids, as I'm sure you do to Jake.
Yeah.
Don't drop people on their necks. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't know how to do it.
Very tempting to do it to some. I'm pointing them off.
So I weigh about 14 stone. I don't think you're going to be able to pick us up.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I could kick you in the balls.
Back to what you said about the spear.
Yes.
I think the spear should be done by like a beast. I always thought Edge's spear. I was like,
But then you compare that to like Roman Reigns or even Goldberg.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is big enough to get a spear off.
Those two guys with their spear, it just looks like they're going to actually snap this guy in half. Rhino's goal was amazing.
Just a human brick.
What happened to Rhino?
He's gone.
No,
he's still there. He's just like I think their days are a bit like.
Well, they're going to be split up when you make Heath the Universal Champion.
3MB taking over. Bye bye.
Nice.
Wait, did we tell the podcast about the
viewers?
The deal that.
We're not doing this.
About,
this is Tom's interview.
I'm not your interview, Jake.
I'm just asking. Did we tell the listeners about the deal that I made with him?
Who's him?
David.
This is tragic listening.
Right,
we need to just move on.
What's the deal? No, I'm interested.
We've already done this. We've done this on the first episode.
Did we?
Yep.
Right.
Well, where you asked
already done it. Tom probably wants to know.
Is this when he was drunk?
Yeah, he was drunk and he accepted the deal.
What was the deal?
Yes, please fancy if Adam Cole comes to NXT, and if he doesn't, he has to buy me something.
Alright, well he's not debuted yet, so the clocks are ticking.
I know, I was upset.
No pants wetting yet.
Thank you very much for being an interviewee of the WrestleFriends Podcast. We are now a WrestleFriend.
We are in the WrestleFriends Hall of Fame.
First.
It's very echoey in there because you're the only one.
I think we need to go do the.
It has been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. How do you want to finish this interview? Would you like to do the outro music? Seeing as we're big on our theme music, why don't you play us out?
No, I think I'll leave that to the person who's done the greatest theme tunes of the afternoon so far.
What about me?
Yours was this
You've had too many.
Yours was this
You've
morning.
had too many. I'm going to do it.
I want Mark to do it.
Interview with a WrestleFriend. It's finished now. It was really good.
Just finished that.
Dave?
Oh, sorry, yes.
If anyone wants the podcast,
If you want, that was so badly done, wasn't it? We've done the outro music before I've done this.
We're amateurs.
Right, you can email us if you want to be a WrestleFriend at the WrestleFriends Podcast at yahoo.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter at friends_wrestle, and we're on Instagram as well. Feel free to get in touch, feel free to be nice, or to call us names, or to ask to come on WrestleFriends.
But try and be nice to me because I'm only 10.
Indeed.
10.
Thanks very much for listening.
Thanks, bye-bye.